Well, let's go ahead and introduce our next guest, Brianna. How are you, friend?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Amazing. So, you are a brand new preschool all-star. Welcome,
Yep,
welcome.
thank you.
So, before we hear about your story a little bit, go ahead and let's go back. Like, what was your life like before you met me, and what were some of the things that you were struggling with?
Yeah, so I've been teaching second and third grade for 5 years. My first year was when COVID started, so it was a crazy first year. And I've always kind of had the mindset of like a 9 to 5 is just not for me.
Uh,
But going to college to be a teacher, I feel like it's just not shared that it's an option to do something else besides teaching a school, right? So
yeah,
So I tried other things during college, like MLMs, like lip sense and other things, but
right.
obviously it just didn't work out.
Mhm.
So then, just like teaching, as everyone else has kind of said, it's kind of a broken record.
That's okay. It's your story, though.
It's just hard.
Mhm.
There's a lot of expectations for teachers, and then
Yeah,
also for the students, just especially in public education. It's just not, I think it's just not the best way for most kids to learn, right?
right.
So just I started following you about a year ago in the
Mhm.
preschool system Facebook group, just looking for other options, and then um, I've shared you with friends that were looking for other options too.
You're like, "Hey, there's this really cool thing. You should totally do it."
Yeah, yeah, right. So and then like this summer, I just had like the best summer, and then I had to go back to school. I'm like, oh, I just miss the summer me. I'm just
Yeah.
carefree, and
Mm.
nothing's wrong with anything.
Yeah.
Well, like the first couple weeks of school, I'm like, okay, I just got to find something because I can't do this another year.
Right.
So I looked you up again, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. So like the beginning of September, I was like watching your videos on YouTube, and I just saw some of the ladies sharing how they were doing pre-recorded classes. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, that's something I could definitely do right now while I still need to work.
Yeah.
And so I started planning for that, started buying stuff to make pre-recorded videos. And then I said, all right, when she's open, I'm going to do it. And we'll start in January so
Yeah.
that hopefully by the next school year, that can be just what I'm doing. So, and then you pulled out the preschool club, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Like, took it over the top.
Yep, like that live last night, I was just hooked the whole time. I think
Right.
it's amazing. And then the hub is just amazing. So I've been brainstorming all these different ideas that I could do with it.
Yeah.
So it's just awesome.
Oh, I love that. You made a really important point. You said, "I knew about you for, like, a year," right?
Yeah.
But you were just kind of allowing that idea to be there, but never really attach itself to yourself. So
Yeah.
talk me through, like, when did you finally get the, "Hey, I could do that"? Was that when you were watching the YouTube with the pre-recorded videos?
Yep, yep, I think that
Okay.
was definitely it, and I think just the fire was burning from being just extra frustrated with,
Mm,
current things happening, so I'm like, "This is it," like, that was the sign I could do it, pre-recorded videos, because 'cause I've done that before with COVID, so
yeah,
I'm like, "Okay, that's something I know, so I know I could do that with
right.
this system, and you've set it up so great."
I love that. So you've been behind the curtain, you've seen inside Preschool All Stars and the hub and Preschool in a Box and everything. Um, Share with everybody, like, what do you love now that you're in it? Like, what do you're like, now I get it. But like, what do you
Yeah.
love about it?
I love the support from everyone. I think everyone's kind of got this same idea and the same goal, just reaching it in different ways. And I just think the support is amazing because, like, they can tell you what you need to hear, but it's also helping you reach what you want to get to. It's not like, oh, you can't do this. It's like, well, maybe try it this way.
Mhm.
So that's, I think, my favorite thing. It's just this positive feedback all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Love that. And so the preschool club, how can you see you using that inside of your program?
So right now, I'm gonna offer it just preschool club
Yeah.
next week. So I'm
Huh?
excited and nervous for that. And then hopefully January I can start adding my own videos, just to keep adding to the content for
Yeah.
people to enjoy.
Right. And so, did you sign up any students with the 7 students in 7 days challenge?
Yes, I hit 7 last night. So
No
that's
way.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. See, I never really hear the next numbers. I only hear like the day 1 and day 2 numbers, like right before Monday when we open doors. So I never
Right.
really get like the full results. So I'm glad
Yeah.
you shared that. So 7 students, did you know them all or are they all strangers or a mix?
Um, I think 4 of them are people that I've known in the
Yeah.
past or that I know right now, and then 3 of them
Mhm.
were just friends of friends, or I posted on some homeschool groups for my area. So those
Nice.
2 people from them. So
Yeah. And are you doing the 14.99 a month model for those while you
yeah.
build the other? Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
So if someone is on the fence about joining Preschool All-Stars, right? And maybe they're like, "Oh man, this sounds like a great idea for you or for anyone else, but like for me, I just don't know how it's going to work for me." What would you say to her?
I would say if you're looking for a change, this is going to be the fastest and cheapest way, I think, to make that change.
Wow. As you've been going through this process, what are the things that you actually had to push through? Like maybe the 7-day challenge or like what elements so far since you jumped in just recently, just the past couple weeks, like what are the things that actually challenged you?
I think forcing myself to commit to do it,
Mm,
because it's
yeah.
just been an idea for so long that now it's like, okay, well, now I have people signed up, so I don't have an option anymore. I can't just get out of this, So it's gonna happen, and I have to make it happen.
Yeah. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here. We're so glad you're a new preschool
Thank
all-star,
you.
and we can't wait to
Yay.
share your story in 6 months from now too.
Thank you.
All right, girl, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
So if you also would like to overcome that feeling of, you know, not committing to yourself, right? I think there's so many times when we go through our lives and we just don't keep the commitments to ourselves, right? Like if you think now that you're your own business owner and you're the only person saying the commitment and you're the only person that can break it, right? Before it was like a boss would tell you to do something and if you didn't do it, like you'd likely get fired, right? Or reprimanded or, yelled at or whatever. But in this case, it's like if you say you're going to go do something and then you don't do it, nobody yells at you, right? It's just like, "Oh, well, I just didn't do that. I just didn't want to do that. It's too tired, it's too much going on, whatever." Versus, "Oh, shoot, I said that I was going to do that, and therefore I need to keep my commitments to myself because that's actually what builds confidence, right? That allows me to feel good about myself. It allows me to trust myself. It allows me to keep moving forward because I knew I took baby steps beforehand, right? So perfect. I'm so glad that this is helping everyone. Amazing. So, again, go to preschoolallstars.com and jump right in.